Rick, your first question comes from Steve Gelbs.
Rick, what were you able to do so well tonight, especially down the stretch there when you were retired the last 12 you faced?
I think, kind of just mixing everything up, trying to stay out of the middle of the plate. If we do get in the middle of the plate, hopefully get away with a mistake because, pitch has got some good action on it or whatever it is. But I thought Buff did a really good job back there, calling the game. And unfortunately, just, we weren't able to pull this one out.
Louis spoke often before the game today about the need for the starters to really start to give this team some length. Obviously, that's always the goal as a starting pitcher, but is it something you're extra aware of going out there now, given how much stress the bullpen has been under lately?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those guys have really been doing an unbelievable job of picking up the load. We've had some injuries and some things going on in the starting rotation, or myself or whoever it is haven't pitched deep enough into games, and those guys have carried the torch the entire time. So it's time for us as starters to start doing that, on a more consistent basis. And that's really the only way we're going to help those guys out, and we're going to be able to win ball games moving forward.
Next question comes from Tony DeComo.
Hey, Rick, you spoke a little while back about just kind of the inherent urgency of this season being only 60 games. How much are you guys aware going into September here now? Where you are in the standings, what you need to do, how much urgency?
I didn't hear the last part of it, but we definitely have a pretty, strong sense of urgency every night. I mean, we have whatever it is, 22, 23 games left, and we need to climb back into this thing. We were 5 games below 500. We're 6 or 7 games out of first place, and maybe looking at how many games out we are isn't quite important, but the sense of urgency of winning on a nightly basis is extremely important. And I think the focus on that is, it's as important now as ever with the shortened season and us being in a little bit of a hole here that we got to climb out of. We really need to go. I mean, we don't have a lot of time.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Ed Coleman.
Hey, Rick, I'm sure you've been through this before, but how difficult is it to refocus out there when, all you've given up is bleeders and bloops, and all of a sudden you find yourself down 2-0?
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, it's the weak contact is something that you live with when you're throwing 2-seamers and cutters, sliders, changeups, things like that, and you're not blowing guys away with velo and power stuff. So that's part of the game. At the same time, I'm tired of giving up runs, and I think there's maybe some situations there where I can do a better job of putting guys away and don't give them the opportunity to even get the bat on the ball. So I'm going to continue to look at that, and if there's some things that I can be doing better to put guys away quicker and even prevent them from putting the ball in play, then I'm going to do it. At the same time, I want to continue to attack, and I don't want to run from bats or things like that. And especially the situation we're in with our bullpen, we need to pitch deep into games, so there is a little bit of a balancing act there. But I'm tired of giving up runs, so we got to figure something out.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Justin Toscano.
Hey, Rick, right now as a team, do you feel you guys have underachieved, or do you feel it's more of been some unfortunate things have gone on and reasons like that?
Well, we're in the middle of the season right now, so I don't necessarily, I don't think anybody has the time to step back and to evaluate whether we're, underachieving or overachieving. The fact of the matter is that we're 5 games under 500 and we're, not in first place. So, regardless of what expectations you're living up to, we're not where we want to be, and we don't have a lot of time to climb out of that. So, like I said, there's a sense of urgency, and we just need to play baseball on a good baseball on a consistent basis, and I really think the rest will take care of itself. We've lost a lot of close games. I think there's been some games where we've just kind of beaten ourselves, and as unfortunate as that is, it's a confidence boost because you're better than these teams that you're playing. So we need to clean it up a little bit, and I think we'll be fine.
Rick, thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you.
Hey, Jared. Overall, you've been used a lot lately. Tonight, 41 pitches. Where do you feel you're at just physically right now?
Physically, I feel strong. I communicate that every day, how I feel with our coaching staff. I feel really good. This is something that I've done a lot in my career. I throw a lot. I've always done it, and I've had a lot of success doing it. Unfortunately, not tonight.
Tonight, that Segura single that ended up turning into an error there. Is that a pitch you feel like you made the pitch to him, and it's just the frustration of it? It doesn't have the result that you wanted.
Of course, that's something that I do. I get ground balls. That one was just in the right place for him, wrong place for us. I think that I have to continue sticking to my strengths and getting ground balls. The weaker, the better. But the one thing I definitely need to get better at is avoiding 3-ball counts. I've got way too many walks. I'm falling behind the count too much, and I think that's something that I can definitely improve on.
Next question is from Tony DeComo.
Hey, Jared. Rick was just talking about kind of the urgency of the season, especially a 60-game season with basically 1/3 of the season left now, and you guys are in 4th place. How much do you feel it? How much do you talk about it, discuss that sort of thing? Just what is the mindset?
We need to win every day. We show up tomorrow, we need to win. Today did not happen. We need to learn from it, shower well, come back tomorrow ready to win. Every game matters, and we'll come out tomorrow and win.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Disha Thozar.
Hey, Jared, just what was your view of that ball that deflected off Jimenez and trickled into center field? And were you a little frustrated after that play?
Anytime anybody gets on base, I'm frustrated, certainly when runs score. And in that situation where it was a tie game and we ended up falling behind, I was very frustrated. But Jimenez made a good effort. And anytime my fielders make a good effort, which is all the time, I'm, definitely appreciate their effort. But it was frustrating that the run came in and he got on base.